All right, what's up? What's up? We just got through finishing raising Kanan. For those of y'all that's in the Discord, shout out to Alan for hosting our raising Kanan, lives and stuff like that in the Discord. It's been a lot of shit that's been going on, and I've been like super busy and stuff like that. So I know I haven't been super active. I've been trying to get videos and stuff out here and there when I can, but you know, I don't know. My mic ain't plugged too. How did it happen? I don't know. Let's see. Wow. Boy. Oh, we got Mr. Drop and Flop in the building. Who is Mr. Drop and Flop? What's up, Homer? Yeah, so I saw about Power Legacy. I saw that Mark Dart had it in his one of his video titles that it was 8 episodes. I didn't look at it yet. But what information was seen on there that's indicating it's only 8 episodes? Hmm. Make sure y'all hitting the like button that y'all coming in. Can't afford weight loss meds. About to get ready to go ahead and get started on everything. So, really quickly, we'll talk about the Power Legacy announcement really quickly. So they finally greenlit it, and apparently it's 8 episodes as well. So it seems as if that's going to be the new trend, perhaps. And my only guess is that it has to be a budget issue. So Would it been 8 episodes though? I'm guessing, like I say, I'm guessing it's a budget issue with Lionsgate not being there anymore. Um, it's probably kind of expensive to have Joseph and Michael in the same show. And I would assume maybe at some point Notori will be there as well. Method Man is probably going to be there. Perhaps Lorenz could be there, so those are the things that you got to consider, with Demarcus, can you leave this man the hell alone? God damn. Mine ain't bothering you. Why the hell you gotta keep doing that shit? But yeah, like I was saying, um, it's probably a budget situation. The reason why they decided to do that, and then so I mean, it would make sense that they both are EPs for the show. I mean, Joseph was an EP for Force, and then it would make sense also for them to bump Michael up to be one as well. So that, I mean, that's no surprise. How many seasons? So I would say the seasons is going to depend on, if they keep this trend of 8 episodes, shit, probably this shit might go five, maybe 6. Because them shortening it with this 8 episode shit, they're gonna have to give you an extra goddamn season. But hey, who knows? Hopefully we see Don Carter. Hell yeah, that's definitely someone I'm definitely was, and that's another one. So could be another reason why for the eight episodes. We all know Michael Ealy ain't cheap either. So that's a lot of expensive actors that they have involved with the show. So they would need to, of course, shorten the episodes count in order to make it work. I'm just curious, are they gonna extend these episodes? That's really something I'm looking. So when Raising Kanan comes out, that's something we definitely should be on the lookout for. Whether or not these episodes are just still the 50-ish minutes, or do they push it to like an hour, hour 10 or some shit like that. Yeah, maybe RJ. So speaking of the 8 episodes nonstop action, Emmanuel, the that's something that I believe we should look forward to when it comes to this season of Raising Kanan. So obviously we would want more episodes, but since there aren't as many episodes, they're gonna be way more explosive and action packed. Because typically in these seasons, you have like episode one be solid. It may give you some good action and stuff like that, but nothing over the top. Episode two be like a follow up of episode one, but kind of laid back. The same with three; they be more so build up episodes. Four give you a little hit, and then five be kind of a banger. Six be solid, seven be solid, eight be a banger, nine be a banger. Then of course, then they hit you with the finale, right? But with this 8 episode thing, probably like almost every episode is gonna be straight fire. And like all of the interviews that I've been looking at, what in regards to the shows, they everybody is, talking about that how dark this season is going to be. So it's gonna be a lot of bodies drop. And then Breeze, Shamik Moore, aka Breeze, he was talking about get you a sweater because it's gonna be real breezy. So he's already letting you know he about to be able to tell. But yeah, I can't wait, bro. But we're gonna talk more about that when we get to the Breeze segment. But hey, all TV is tiny hack garbage. I understand people want entertainment, but never forget it is ultimately just trash for a little propaganda. Hey, I agree with you, Puma. Not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna keep watching this right now. Since it's confirmed or just getting flashbacks, I think it could go like this. Hold on, what you mean? It's confirmed that it's getting flashbacks. I mean, I did hear something kind of that gave some confirmation of that, but let me know exactly what flashback are you speaking of? Yeah, shout out to my boy Kenny. Appreciate you for the $10 donation. He said, "I'm sold with Shamik Moore as Breeze now." So, what was it that made him sell you on the character? Like, was it an interview? Was it some of the exclusive clips that we got? What exactly was it? Oh, for real? Damn, I gotta go check that out, bro. You said you put it up in the Discord? Yeah, I gotta look at that shit. Michael, we about to put your little ugly ass out right now. I ain't got time for your ass right now. Put your ass out. So we got a couple of exclusive clips, and I like. Damn, bro, y'all about to get me talking about Breeze too early, bro. We ain't on the Breeze segment yet. Let me not let y'all niggas get me. Okay, I kind of figured that's what it was. It was some of the exclusive. But yeah, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. But yeah, y'all know I've been pushing this Breeze thing for a minute because I've been definitely, very much invested in that character because ever since they were talking about um Breeze since the original power, and then of course after we got Raising Kanan, the build up just kept getting stronger and stronger. So we like, bro, whoever this nigga is, he gotta come in with it, right? But yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about this loot thing. So recently I put out a video explaining to me what I think could fully happen to Lou. Now, DeMarcus, I seen you say he may have gotten hit. Like say he got shot, but he don't die. Which could be a possibility. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that being the truth. because that would give my theory some legs to stand on. Like maybe Lou just in a critical condition and in the hospital. That could be some truth to that. But anyways, Lou gets hit by the bullet meant for Rock. Whether he died or goes into a coma in the hospital or not, don't really matter. But I think it's pretty safe to say that Rock is gonna um, lie to Marvin and not about who actually killed or shot Lou. You feel me? And then Marvin is gonna assume that it's unique. That would be the reason why, we getting so many exclusive of him looking for unique. And then one of the exclusives that we got today with Marvin and Rock talking, it seems like Rock wasn't too, fond of trying to take out Neek. I'm gonna pull that up real quick. But yeah, it seemed like, she wasn't really too concerned about like, taking that fool out. And the reason could be because she knows he's not the one who actually did nothing to him. But that's what she allowed Marvin to believe to protect Kanan. Oh, no. There's a lot of good exclusives that came too, bro. A lot of them. We're gonna go through all of them today too.
Figure out how to get us paid. I want to put Unique down too, but unlike you, I gotta come up with a way to get these Afghan motherfuckers off us. Cause don't around Marvin. You don't come correct with them, they're gonna slit your fucking neck with the same sword they shoved up your ass.
Yo, you talked to Stefano?
He said we dead in Queens. Said we fuck with any work in his neck of the woods, he gonna put hitters all over us. Fuck Stefano and fuck Queens.
So, as you can see, she didn't say, and it's actually another version of this that's the full thing, where you see a little bit more words. Let me see. Do I got that version as well? But yeah, my point of this was that it seems to me that Rock wasn't too, she wasn't too pushy on trying to take out Neek, right? She was like, yeah, getting that nigga is cool, but that ain't the priority. I ain't really too worried about Neek. And the reason could be because she ain't worried because she know what actually happened. Watching that last conversation Lou had with Rock in the season 4 again confirmed Lou is out there. It didn't confirm anything, but yeah. What's good, Tobias? So hold on, let me ask this. Outside of the markets, anybody else in here to believe that Lou actually can survive? What the hell is to live? If Lou was eliminated, Rockin' Marvin would not react like that. That's what I said too, bro. Kind of seemed like he's not dead as of yet. You feel me? That's how it came off to me too. It didn't seem like he was dead. Yeah, yeah. See, they could be keeping Lou around because he goes dead. Just saying. These little exclusive clips though, they've been given. Like, and I was kind of hoping. I know it's kind of late. It's probably past his bedtime, which is why he ain't up here. But I was hoping Ronald came through. I guess next time we'll catch him because he's been always talking about the furnace. Well, they showed it up in these clips. Absolutely, 100%. That was it. So somebody's going in there this season. Like I said, Raising Kanan ain't with that bullshit. If they showed you something, they gonna finish it. So I'm pretty sure we probably gonna get D Wiz's brother as well. Some people were, saying that perhaps the guy that Breeze was talking to, you remember when he was saying, put him down or I'm gonna put you down on some Debo shit, beat him down, beat you down. you know, some people were looking at that may potentially be him. Well, the Zion situation, like I said, the moment I heard that name, I instantly thought that too. But the only thing that makes you think it's a no is the age. Never got confirmation why Roddy hated Rock. Yeah. I was the first one to say Zion was D Wiz brother. I know that for sure. But like I said, it seemed to be a little too young to be him because D Wiz brother should be in his 50s. So I also was like, it could potentially be a younger brother or perhaps even a son. How did you get your little ass in here, bro? Motherfuckers be tripping. Why did they even bring B rolls in the mix? Get you been B really? Yeah, I saw Daniels in the last season of All American, but we're still not sure if he's a season regular or if he's just gonna come and do a few guest stars. Yeah, B really, I don't know. B really was a kind of a pointless character, but who knows? Maybe this season they're gonna show the reason why he came to the picture. I don't know. But speaking of all these stuff, with these new exclusives and stuff that we've been getting, these clips, snippets, and all that, something else that came about that had people chirping was this here. Is Crank Young Ghost? Because that's something that's been surfacing around for years now, and although it did seem very unlikely, nothing concrete has come through to fully dismantle the theory that Crank could be him. Now, when I first saw it back in season 3, I said that it could turn out to be him because they did have this nigga, in camouflage clothing and things like that. And it kind of seemed like, they were putting him in those clothes for camouflage because when you're wearing camouflage clothing, you're able to to hide in plain sight and things of that nature. So that kind of made it seem like it was maybe hinting towards that. But like I said, it's starting to resurface again because of people seeing one of those clips of Crank speaking to someone talking about this new guy that's been putting people on. So let me go ahead and try to pull up that one that people are talking about. Oh shit. Hold on. Hate they do that shit. All right, so this is the clip here.
Right here, the most cold-blooded mother I ever known. I heard this new guy putting on. Can't trust us. I just keep hearing about him. Like this blood. He's got one of them nicknames you people know so much. Around the way they call him please. Everybody else need to get the fuck away.
All right, so that is the clip. And as you can see, you got a part in here where Crank says, people putting him on.
I heard this new guy putting on.
This new guy putting niggas on. Well, obviously, this new guy is Breeze that he's speaking of. But here's the problem here, because I was just looking at an interview of, I was looking at an interview of them saying of Sasha Penn. He was saying he's trying to stick to the storyline of the original and give the people everything that they've been wanting to know. So just if they're going to go with the authentic storyline of the original Power as much as possible, like we know that some of it has already changed, but for the most part, I think he's trying to stay, on point, right? So, with that being said, I think there's no way Crank could be Ghost because Ghost shouldn't know Breeze this early. That's the problem here. Ghost don't supposed to meet Breeze until 96 or on down the line. Like we haven't even seen Ghost meet Kanan. So he has to work with Kanan, prove himself to Kanan first before he even gets to meet Breeze. So I think it's way too early. Unless they doing a flashback. And then, unless they doing a flashback, I mean not a flashback, a time jump. And then that's when Crank says that. But that doesn't make sense to me. And here's another thing. I believe, like I'm about 100% we're gonna get a time jump. I'm almost at probably. I'll say I'll go as high as 70%. I believe we're definitely gonna get that time jump. And what I believe could happen is, like I said, they may show Breeze get knocked off, but not show how it happened. You feel me? Or show him dead with Ghost and Tommy standing in front of him, but not show what led up to that. And then you get that in Origins. I still believe that's a high possibility. And then here's another thing. It's a good chance they're probably gonna make the same actors that we're gonna see in Origins. They're gonna have them be the actors with Ghost and Tommy. Now I know his last niggas would probably think they hadn't been cast yet, so there's no way. Is it also a possibility they've been cast them? Keep in mind, Raising Kanan has been done shooting for quite a while. They probably were just waiting to announce, who they're going to be in Origins, but it's possible that they already knew. Like it's possible they was cast in season 5, and they just kept it under the radar. So, but yeah, the likelihood of Crank being them very, very low, people, very low. Once again, if Crank isn't Ghost, the people shaking Kanan hand in the trailer is Ghost, and Ghost will beat up Crank. Well, now that could be a possibility, the handshake, after they do the time jump. Marvin will eliminate Crank and Primo for James St. Patrick and Tommy to appear. That's possible as well. If they recut it to Crank, then Breeze will change his nickname because it's ugly as hell. Yeah, ain't no way. Who meets Ghost in 92, 93? I know you're not talking about Breeze, because no, he doesn't. What's up, Pauls? It will be interesting if Breeze eliminate Crank. Could be. Speaking on that, if Crank isn't Young Ghost, do you guys think they will introduce him in Raising Kanan? Are you asking is Crank gonna be? Hold on, you said. Oh, you're asking will they introduce Ghost? Yes, I think with that time jump, they're gonna give him to us. Yes. Because it's also another interview that I remember that Sasha did when they were promoting Raising Kanan last year, right? For season 4. I remember when people was asking a bunch of questions about Breeze, and then it transitioned over to Ghost and Tommy, and he basically said that, well, you're gonna get a complete story, but you have to remember Ghost and Tommy at this point is very young. He was saying that, which they are. So the time jump, which is probably would be season 5, where they get them, you get a little bit of them towards the end, is what's more than likely going to be the case. Never believed Wiry Kid was Young Ghost myself, but he has a more likely chance to be Young Ghost than Crank. Ghost meets Kanan in 92 or 93, I guess that's what you meant to say, especially if he's the one shaking Kanan's hand at the diner. Well, I'm not saying that Ghost and Tommy couldn't have met him in 92 or 3. I'm not saying that. It's possible. Actually, I would say even very likely even that he did. But yeah, I think they just be doing a lot of this shit because they be wanting to give us something to talk about. And they probably be doing this shit deliberately just so they can get a crack out of it. Like they know a lot of the fans gonna think some shit. Like, yeah, let's put this shit in there. So that they'll think this is this when we know it's not. You know? And speaking of which, I've been reaching out to try to get some of the actors, and maybe I'll reach out to Sasha and try to see if I can get him on here as well. Because I would love to ask him that. Do you sometimes put, certain stuff in the script deliberately just to lead us astray, knowing we would think one thing and that's not the truth? I'm pretty sure he does, but it'll just be cool to ask him that. What's good, Razul? So before we move on, let's I think majority of us agree that Crank isn't Ghost, correct? Exactly, Devon, because a lot of red herrings. He loves to do a lot of those. Like, look at how many times they don't threw red herrings at us. Like I can think of like 4 of them right now off the top of my head. They made us think Ronnie was Breeze. They made us think Unique was Breeze. Um, they made us think the ghost, that little wiry kid, was possibly Ghost. They made us think early Tyler's cousin, when he was getting taken out, it made us think that was that was famous. Hold up, my boy CG throwing something at me real quick. What are you talking about? Since we definitely getting Spence and Charlie, Crank and Primo getting smoked episode 4 to make way for new potential. Why episode 4? Because CG, if you watching, let me know. I'm pretty sure you watching. Why episode 4, and what exactly is taking place that you're saying is basically is proving that Spence and Charlie is coming? By the way, it gave you all the sauce in the above paragraphs. Bree's not dying. Final scene, he meets Spence and Charlie, man. Charlie Man, like mentioned above. Yeah, that's what I said too. The nigga too old. Oh, I mean, I'm not worried about pissing out off any of the characters and stuff like that, and of the actors. And I don't know exactly what happened between Mr. Power and the actors and stuff like that. I didn't really get into it like that to really care either. But as a professional myself, and doing working, knowing how the business side of it work, I know the do's and the don'ts. So then let's go ahead and move on from our boy Crank. We're gonna go ahead and go over to Breeze. Now Breeze been making some noise. And Shamik actually went live very briefly earlier today on Instagram. And he said he was going over to TikTok too to do a little bit more promoting as well. I don't follow him on TikTok because I really don't get on TikTok like that. But um, he's basically doing some active promoting. And hey, fingers crossed, I'm definitely trying to get him on the channel here so that we can, get our little questions in. And he's been doing. Obviously, they've been promoting him pretty heavy because I mean, as they should, because he's the most infamous character that and most anticipated character that we've all been waiting on for the most part. So, I mean, it's a lot of pressure, but at the same time, Shamik is a pro. He knows what he's doing. Fully trust that he's going to do a good job. But if he wasn't to do a good job, it would be a huge disappointment because, like, the expectations for what Bree's supposed to be like is so high at this point that you got it body that Jack, and I got you know, full faith in him that he's gonna do it. Cause it seemed like Breeze is crazy. It's like Breeze has got goofiness. The nigga is a savage. He's insane. He's strategic. It's like kind of like Shamik was saying, there's a lot of all of them that we got to know, like, Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan. Like, it's like he's all three of them in one, right? Yeah, I think it's safe to say, Ty, that Breeze is definitely going to be the MVP of season 5, and it's going to be a total takeover. Like, everybody's going to be talking about him after the end of this season, because his presence is just so demanding. You can just tell. And then look at how Uncle Marvin is already reacted to him. Like, we seen in some of the clips, who the fuck is Breeze? The nigga is about to come in by storm. Like, that's another thing about him that I was saying. This nigga is not wasting any time. Like, you could just tell by the character, the episode 1 description of what it's saying. That like it ain't no, okay, we'll do a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, then turn it up there. It's like this nigga is gonna turn it up. Episode 1, day 1. He ain't wasting no time. Hey, I appreciate that, Razul. I think the take was pretty good too. Y'all should check out the Juke and the Kanan situation too. You can say it's raising Kanan all you want. It's gonna be raising. It's gonna be a very breezy season. I'm telling you. Kanan gonna do his thing too. I do think, Makai is gonna step his game up this season too, because obviously, it's gonna be the character arc of Kanan. Like, this is the ruthless side of him. They saying he's gonna fully embrace his ruthless side. So, no question, he's gonna do his thing as well. But Breeze ain't about to be playing, and I'm loving it. I told you that Crank and Primo was my death list, and now, I don't know if he is or not. Honestly, bro, I don't even care. I'm just letting you know. I mean, everybody, y'all could have had the same opinion, or he could just be agreeing with you. It's all right. Kanan will eliminate snaps, very likely, And then after seeing that video being blown up some, I think it's fair to say that we know that was Pop that was shooting at Kanan. And the reason she's got to be shooting at him is because more than likely, Kanan has found out the truth and probably made a move against him, whether it was killing snaps or whatever it is. All right, let's check this one out too. Like I said, they've been really turned with this Breeze shit.
Your circle gonna get a hell of a lot smaller.
Clock running out on all these old Kanan. I'm ready to go back to war next to y'all.
You and me, we don't mean nothing to each other no more.
Only thing that's real in this world is you gonna live. And you gonna die, nigga.
This ends with her dead.
Only one walk out!
He ignorant as hell for even saying only one walk out. Who the fuck is he talking about? What was happening? The man is ignorant, bro. And then on top of that, so you saw the furnace up in this clip as well. Like I said, if Ronald was here, Ronald would be happy to see it because, you know, they definitely showed.
Clock running out on all these old.
That's another thing too I want to address. You hear Breeze saying the clock is running out on all these old niggas, right? So we already know pretty much that what Kanan and Breeze is gonna do is they're gonna take out all the old people. Like, y'all time is up, nigga. It's our time. And y'all gonna have to either move or get the fuck out of y'all gonna have to get the fuck out of the way. Cause you know, we coming. This our shit now. That's the mentality they're gonna have. And unfortunately, they're gonna be successful at it. Talia, what's good? They're gonna knock them off. And I think he's not gonna give no fuck until it's too late. But anyways, though, let's keep going. Hold up. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. It seems as if they're going to the way Breeze is talking. You say all these old motherfuckers got to get out the way, or they old niggas, or their time is up. Hold on, what did he say?
A lot smaller.
Clock running out on all these old.
Clock running out on all these old niggas. So that would include his uncle and auntie, right? I don't think they off limits either. That it looks like to me, this nigga's like, hey, we about to end all these niggas. Kind of would put Phil Russo body in the finals to do. Okay, I remember you saying that. I think Stefano will be the one in the finals. Stefano. You know, it would make sense as well to put his ass in there. You know, he gets puts in his own furnace, but I'm kind of thinking it's somebody bigger, perhaps.
I'm ready to go back to war next to y'all.
You and me, we don't mean nothing to each other no more.
Only thing that's real in this world is you gonna live. And you gonna die, nigga.
This ends with her dead.
Only one walk out.
So there's a thing too. Juke here looks like she's terrified of something.
Only
Here. She looks like she's terrified. What the fuck is going on here? Could this potentially be Marvin going down right here in this very moment? Maybe. Or somebody else that she loves. Because they said this is going to be a very dark season. Because if not Marvin, perhaps Aisha or somebody. She saw Marvin beating Kanan ass. Hey, could be.
one walk out.
I'm glad you could say only one walkout. You ugly that bad. You that's a glad dude, yeah. Now let's go to this last one that they gave us. Actually, hold up. No, let's go to this one. I ain't played. Nah, never mind. I played that one. But here's the thing, though. I am going to play this again, though, because I want to say
How to get us paid. I want to put Unique down too. But unlike you, I got to come up with a way to get these Afghan motherfuckers office.
So here's the question now. You hear her talking about the Afghan, right? What exactly has happened? The reason why the Afghans are after them? Could it be the point that the fact that maybe her business has been tarnished, so she's not able to give the money that she's supposed to have been given to Hafiz. Yeah, I watched it with Shamik on there. I made some videos about it, remember? Maybe you haven't seen it, but yeah. Yeah, I can see her being surprised by him being shot for sure. But yeah, let's go to this other one. Hold up. Everybody else need to get the fuck out the way.
Still trying to figure out what shit be.
All right, so we got another clip. This is with Breeze and Kanan.
Still trying to figure out what shit might look like. You be like, ain't much to figure. We join our crews and expand your shit. Ain't just gonna be about bikes for you no more. You're gonna have corners, buildings, and territories. You was a business before, now you a corporation. I still don't get what I mean. Snapchat Pop talking about legacy and history with DEFCON and all that. It's about money. It's always about money. You were earning, my nigga. Tried and true. Yeah, you got a pedigree, which means more than you think. That hustler DNA is real. At least it is to me. What about the competition out there?
Hey, that nigga like,
Competition.
what competition? That man went deep out quick. What competition? Red wanted Debo wanted to know what bite. Breeze wanted to know what competition.
You know what I did?
I gotta stop opening my shit like that too. God dang. Hmm. But yeah, so what is everybody's opinion so far on Breeze? Y'all liking them so far? You think you're because I remember when they first gave us Breeze character, you see, right? A couple of y'all wasn't too sold on it. They, there was y'all were disappointed. Now that less than 2 weeks away before the premiere, and we've seen a few snippets, exclusive clips. What is y'all opinion on them? I never believed that nigga was an undercover cop. That shit was dumb as hell. This fool was saying. I mean, I ain't gonna say it was dumb as hell, but it just, it never had no weight. That shit was crazy. You could tell by what they was saying and describing him as that he wasn't the police. I'm excited to see Breeze. People been disappointed of one thing was so crazy to me. Shamik is cold. He's gonna be a great Breeze. Yep. And this is the thing. I think this is what also what's going on to Leah. I believe Breeze is nothing like what all of us envision him to be, right? And the reason being is because obviously we went 10 years without seeing them with only the things that Ghost, Kanan, and Tommy said in their original power, right? Ghost said he was a bad man and was gonna get them all killed. He said he took Breeze out because he was in the way of his future. He asked him to, change his mind about whatever it is, that decision that he was talking about, and he refused to do it. You got Tommy saying he gave, Ghost his nickname because he had the ability to disappear. Then, of course, you got what Kanan said. Kanan, the most notably thing that he said was, when he said pretty much some say you ain't a killer until you kill somebody you love. He said Breeze was strong but not smart. So the kill somebody you love, it makes me wonder, was it Breeze who said that to him when something was getting ready to go down? Probably a family member or something like that in trouble. And Kanan has to do, Kanan has the advantage on him to take him out if he so chooses to. But yeah, see, everybody expected him to be a little dumb because of what Kanan said, strong but not smart. But I don't know if it's just certain things that he was talking about. Could it be because he's very predictable? All of that, plays a factor. Hmm. But yeah, my sleep been bad this week. I really need to go to sleep now because I gotta get back up early as shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and head to this next one. And that is the jukebox and Kanan story. Now, as we know, they are very close in the Raising Kanan storyline. Now, perhaps it's next season, which I'm pretty sure of, it will change some things. It's going to be, Jukebox is probably going to be given hard ultimatums about picking a side between Kanan's side and, Rock's. And pretty much the breeze in them has taken over. They don't really have much ammo to fight back with because these niggas just been going ham. Can you see Kanan giving Rock 2 to the chest and 1 to the head? I don't know. Right now, I would say he probably not strong enough to do that. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my video where I broke down the reason Juke and Kanan's relationship, withered away, ultimately, Kanan taking her out. And I'm starting to think, like I said, it could be deep embedded into how much information that Juke knew. And, she finally give up some few things that she normally wouldn't say anything about, such as, Kanan may have accidentally shot Lou. More than likely, Kanan either going to tell her that or he might just put 2 and 2 together and find it. So it's different. And I believe her kind of snitching is what pissed Kanan off because now Marvin came after him and now he got other issues to deal with. Jukebox would be pissed that Kanan's still working with. Okay, that's something you already said. Read something happens to Marvin. Jukebox could give Kanan that scar. Could be. Oof. 7. Can you see Kanan giving Rock 2 to the chest and 1? Okay, I already answered that earlier. I don't think he can do that. Jukebox would be pissed that Kanan's still working with me, so yeah. But yeah, I've been boosting your videos. They won't let me do it today because I can do only 3 a week. Hey, I appreciate that. But yeah, they be putting them limitations on there. But anyways, y'all, I know this is probably the quickest live I've done in a while. But I ain't gonna lie. Working all that stuff and coming back in there trying to force out these content and dealing with the other stuff I'm dealing with, shit is exhausting. And I think I'm about to go ready to jump off, y'all. But it is a possibility, perhaps, I might do a daytime live tomorrow. Like maybe around, damn, I see can't because I forgot. I got a YouTube streaming party, watch party to go to at 1:30. So never mind. But definitely perhaps Saturday. I might do a Saturday live. Typically I don't do it, but yeah, I might. But if I can squeeze in one tomorrow, I'm gonna do one tomorrow. But we gotta see. You ain't lying. So an outsider came and took the fuck over. Anyways, though, y'all, that is it. I'm about to jump off here. I appreciate everybody that stopped through, and we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Shout out to everybody that stopped through. Shout out to everybody who watched the Raising Kanan to us in the Discord. And we're going to rock it out. Stay tuned, too. I might be having some big news. But I'm going to catch y'all.